Hi, I'm Rich and welcome to Windows Studio. Every once in a while I get a new tool or an item in the shop that I'm either excited about or interested in to see how it works. In no way am I sponsored by Oneida, and I have no affiliation with them. I'm not saying that I don't want one or I wouldn't like one. If that's a possibility, I'm all ears. However, I'm not at this moment. But I did pick up this Oneida Air System Dust Deputy Deluxe. I think it's going to be a big improvement for my dust collection, and I wanted to do an unboxing video, how it goes together. I know there's a tutorial online from Oneida, and it seems pretty simple, but I'm a real person that has never touched this before, so I'm going to lay everything out, show you how it is to put it together, and test it out a little bit and see how it works. So let's get to it. Okay, let's see. Got that. Okay, so we have the top. Get rid of the box. And pretty much everything is in the bucket, so that's nice. But let's pull it all out and lay everything out so that we can see exactly what we have in here. A little hose. Huh, that's interesting. This hose looks like it has a copper coil. I wonder if that is to reduce the static electricity. Because I know I get zapped a lot when I hook my dust collection up. All right, so we got a nice clear bucket. That's good. And then the cyclone. Now I know a lot of people like to just get right into it, put it together. They know what they're doing. I, on the other hand, am an instruction guy. I like to read the instructions, take a look at them, and make sure that what I'm doing is correct. Call me old-fashioned, I don't know. But that's the way I roll. You don't have to agree with me, but at least whatever I'm going to show you is per the instructions. All right, I'm going to review these. All right, instructions read and reviewed. Basically, the only tools that you're going to need to put this all together is a drill, a 1/4-inch drill bit, and a 1/2 inch and a 7/16 wrench. Apart from the obvious wet dry vac. Okay, so first thing they say to do is to put the gasket on the inside of this lip. Now, it is very important that there is no gap between where they meet. So we'll get this on. We'll see how we do. All right, we're on. We have this much, a little bit extra, so you don't have to worry about trying to get it super tight or pulling it or anything like that to get it on. You're gonna have a little left over. You clip that off to make sure it's nice and level and sealed. You do need a pair of scissors or a razor blade or some kind of knife to cut this off. All right, that's sealed nice and tight. We're gonna assemble our other side. So we have our lid with our gasket on. Now we want to put the cyclone on as well. So we want our other gasket. That's going to go here. We're going to line up our holes. So they say to line it up like this. We got 6 bolts, 6 washers, 6 hex nuts. And we are going to tighten all by hand. So the nuts have a seating on the inside. Make it easier to tighten it. Let's speed this up. Okay, we got them all on. And then we're going to use our 1/2 inch wrench. And we're going to tighten them just so they're snug. Remember, you do not want to over tighten these because this is plastic and it will crack. So it doesn't need to be super, super tight. There's a gasket there. It's going to seal up real nice. Funny thing is that when you're tightening these, it seems like it's real easy to turn. And it is, but it's squeezing down that gasket. So just take that into consideration when you're putting that on, because you could definitely over tighten these and then crack them. So don't do that. So that's nice. They are on, they're tight. Let's move on to the next step. Step 3 in the assembly is attaching the wheels to the bucket. This is another small little reason that I've got this, was because it comes with wheels. I know I could have went out and bought some kind of wheels or something like that, but I wanted this whole system. So this is going to be a joy to have, because, or at least I think it will, because my old little bucket dust collection system would tip over pretty much every single time I used it, and wow, it was annoying. So I'm really hoping that this wheelbase kind of keeps it level, keeps it on the ground, and prevents it from tipping over as I pull it and move around with whatever tool I have hooked up to it. First thing that we're doing, we take these attachments and you put your little wheel casters on there. They go on the bottom down here, squeeze them on. Looks like it has a little metal O-ring in here, and that kind of pressure fits inside. So they're on. Now the next step is we're going to take our little squares of double-sided tape, and there's 2 areas that are marked out on the inside of these wheel holders. We're going to put those on there, and then they're going to attach to the bucket. I feel like when you're putting stickers on like this, it's good practice for when, I don't know if you have kids or anything, but when your kids get a toy and they have to have those decals on them, and they're so precise and you want it to look so good, it's kind of a little practice session for something like that. One thing I really enjoy when I watch my son's starting to get into putting his own stuff together or building things, and when he concentrates, he sticks his tongue out a little bit like that. I just find it so cute. I love it because it's you could tell he's concentrating so hard. They say to kind of line these up so that they come up across from each other. Now there is this little on the bucket, if you can see it here on the camera. I just want to take these off. There are these tabs right here. Don't know if they would interfere. I think they would. Yeah. So these would interfere with these casters, so you have to put these off to the side. So take that into consideration and kind of line these up first before you take the stickers off and secure them on. Okay, so now we know which one is going across from the other. So I'm going to take one off. I'm going to peel the backing of both stickers. Now it says when you attach them, you want to do it in one smooth motion. You don't want to be moving it around because it's not going to stick properly. So you want this seated in nicely. So make sure it's lined up where it needs to be. hold it up down to the bottom, push it down, and then in. We got one on. I'm gonna go and do the one that's right across from it. I don't know if anybody agrees, but I think so far the hardest part of putting this thing together is getting the backing of this double-sided tape off. All right. All right, now, per the instructions, it does say that you can drill a hole in here and add another bolt and washer and nut to lock these down. I don't think that's necessary, and I don't want to be drilling holes in the bucket. They also emphasize that this needs to be completely sealed for it to work. We have a rolling bucket. How great is that? I apparently am impressed by very little. Now, the other thing is that we can attach the lanyard. So this comes with a lanyard. You can attach this to your shop vac, and then you can roll those things around together. You don't have to worry about it pulling on the hose. I don't know if I'm going to do that yet. We'll see. Time to attach this. So this comes with this little tab on the side here. Another problem I had with my old little bucket system was trying to get the lid off. It was very difficult and challenging. So I'm hoping that this little tab here actually makes it a lot easier when I have to empty these buckets. Now we have our hose here, and this is what attaches to the vacuum. So we have our 90-degree elbows here. All right. Looks like it seals pretty nicely. Okay. Then we take one end, that goes on top. Okay, so the hose that I have right now is this Rockler attachment hose. The previous port that I had on here was this. This doesn't actually fit inside of this fitting. So I took that off and I used one of the other attachments. Hopefully I'm not going to end up needing that, because I really do like this hose. It's flexible, stretchy, and it works well. So, but this fits in inside. Seems like it makes a pretty good seal. And then I could attach this other end. This is like a clip attachment onto my tools, depending on which one I have on there. So I like the way that goes. This is pretty much all done, set to go. I can hook this into my shop vac and we can start using it. However, one of the other issues that I've had in the past was getting a shock when I would go and either touch the hose or when I would go to empty it. And it wasn't just a little shock, it was pretty substantial. So they do have metal tape that you can put onto the system to prevent the electric static buildup. I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to see the way it works. We're going to take our hose off on the top here. I'm going to put it down here, and then the other piece has to come across and inside. It kind of folds over and in on these little ports. It should wrap a 1/4 inch around the edge. I'm going to start from the bottom and work my way up in, because anything that's a little extra will just go inside of that lip, which we want anyway. So now whether or not this is going to actually do anything beats me, but hey, doesn't hurt to try. Yeah. And this is done. It's all set up. Finished. Let's try it out. Let's see how it works. Okay, I'm gonna hook this up to my rigid shop vac. It's a wet dry vac, 5 horsepower, 4 gallon. Normally what I do is I put the HEPA bags inside, but for this test, I actually vacuumed this out, got it so that there's nothing. You can see there's some stuff crusted in the inside from when I used it as a wet vac last, which is a very long time ago. But we'll be able to tell whether or not anything comes inside of this bucket from the cyclone. All right, got my hearing protection on because this is gonna be a little loud. And I just have this little extension on. We're gonna suck this up fast. Got a big pile, got a small pile. We're gonna start with the small one. I'm gonna go slow at first. There are some wood shavings in here from my joiner, I think, some chips, and quite a bit of sawdust. So let's see how well this does. It's the very first time I'm using this, so you're getting to see what it does just like I am. I want to check this before we do that. Okay. All right, the inside of the port seems pretty good. That's everything that we sucked up. Let's take a look in here in the shop vac. There's absolutely nothing in here. There's a piece of dust inside, but I think that was there. There's nothing in the base of the vacuum at all. All right, that's for the small pile. Let's go with the big pile, and I'm gonna try and suck this up as fast as possible. Because one thing that I've noticed in other systems, bucket systems that I've used, is that if you go too fast, it'll develop a clog, and then the vacuum will end up sucking it up. So, let's see. Going right for it. Okay, there is quite a mess in there. Oop, I'm gonna close that back up because all that fine sawdust is getting out. We don't want that. Okay. Let's take the top off and see if we got anything. There are a couple little shavings. That is pretty impressive though. There's very little in here. Okay. As you can see, this little bit right here. All right, we got a little bit of dust. There is some static electricity in here, but that out of that entire pile is everything that's inside of this that got through. Maybe some fine dust on the filter. That seemed to work really, really well. The suction is really strong. It picks up most of everything that I got without any of it going into the shop vac, unless you have a huge pile that you're sucking up, which that's understandable. I mean, I've seen a lot more go in for the other models. The only thing I would say is that this port up here, it doesn't hook up to the normal ports that you would normally get from like the Rockler attachment hose that I have. You have to use another attachment, like something like this. But when it comes to a regular shop vac hose, which that's what this is, yeah, that doesn't quite fit on there either. Just be aware of that. All right, well, that's the video. This is the Oneida Air System Dust Deputy, bucket, wheels, all that. I'm very impressed with it, very happy with it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. It helps me grow. Hit the like button, leave me a comment, let me know what you think. If you have one of these, how well it works, if you're planning on getting one, if you just want to say hi, shoot me a comment below and I'll respond pretty quickly. So again, thanks for watching. Have a great day and I'll see you on the next one.